Hey guys, it's Joey. Welcome to Veda Day 1. I've been wanting to make this Batman vs Superman video for a little while now. I held off because I wanted to really think about what I wanted this video to be. I didn't want it to be another review. I'm going to make it solely about what I liked about the movie because I personally love Batman vs Superman. I don't think it's the perfect movie. I don't think there's such a thing, but I'm one of the people that genuinely enjoyed Batman vs Superman. I'm here to tell you why. So this video is going to be filled with spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I suggest you do and come to your own conclusion because this is entirely opinion based. I'm not trying to force anybody's beliefs on the film or anything. This is just purely what I thought and why I enjoyed it. So this movie starts with Batman. And let's talk about Batman. My favorite superhero, DC character, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Ben Affleck is playing Batman, somebody who knows the mythology behind Batman, someone who's pretty close to Batman. He actually just finished writing the script for his Batman film, his standalone Batman film at the time of recording this. Apparently that script is done, and I think he's probably going to do a really awesome job with it. And I think he knows Batman, and that's why I loved his portrayal of Batman. I love what he brought to it. The Batman in this movie is a Batman we know. That's my argument for it. People don't understand why Batman is doing these things and why he's killing people and why he's like being sort of a dick. If you know anything about Batman, if you know what happened to Batman, if you know all the different Batman stories, you can tell that this Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, has seen some shit. He's been through a lot of the hard stuff already. We see the Robin suit, so something happened with Robin. We could go into the death of a family kind of thing. Robin is dead. He's seen Robin get killed by the Joker. We don't know who Jared Leto's Joker is, if he's the definitive Joker in that universe or if he's sort of a, copycat. But this is a Batman who's dealt with a lot of sadness. He's dealt with a lot of death, a lot of chaos. We see Wayne Manor destroyed, the original Wayne Manor. A lot like in the Nolan verse, Wayne Manor is destroyed. So what is that story there? This Batman he was on the verge of giving up. And then you see Superman just destroying blocks and blocks of Metropolis, probably a lot of owned by Bruce Wayne. His own tower, his own company tower, destroyed. People he's probably known most of his life dead. People he's known longer than his parents are probably dead. So this is an angry Bruce Wayne, which motivates pretty much everything he does. There's that little conversation he has with Alfred about the rage. This is angry. This is Bruce Wayne. This is Batman done. This is Batman doing whatever it takes to stop this bullshit because he knows what happens if you let it go too far. So people don't understand Batman's motivations in this movie. That's one of the arguments that people are having. They don't understand why Batman is killing and why he's doing these things. And first of all, Batman isn't necessarily killing. People are sort of setting themselves up for death. I mean, the only real thing I could see him actually intentionally killing people is when he shoots when he's getting close in to save Martha, and he shoots the gun at the people that were shooting him. He shoots the truck, which then explodes and sort of causes a chain reaction. So he doesn't actually shoot the guy, but it does end up killing him. People were arguing about the grenade scene, and he had no control. The guy pulled the grenade. He was ready to throw it. He got it out of his hand. This Batman is not the animated series Batman. This is Batman that has vulnerabilities. He's not Superman. He has to take priority over what to do next. He can't, get rid of the grenade while also beating up this guy and stop himself from getting shot. There are going to be casualties because that is just the nature of this world and the situation he's in. So Batman killing, he doesn't necessarily kill anybody. There are deaths that sort of are related to him, but I don't think it's fair to say that he's killing these people intentionally. Now, the argument for Superman. Some people say there wasn't enough Superman. I thought there was a lot of Superman in the movie. Some people say that he has no motive for killing Batman, and they're pretty clear about the motives in this movie. Batman wants to get rid of Superman because of all the devastation he caused, and he is fearful for what might happen if you let this guy keep doing what he wants to do. Probably a repercussion of letting the Joker or whatever villain do what they want to do without actually getting rid of them for so long, and them causing all this chaos and death. This Batman has had enough of that, and he wants to, get rid of the problem. And then Superman wants to get rid of Batman because he thinks he is causing people, even criminals, just to die needlessly. He, as Clark Kent, he wants to expose Batman. He wants to really get people to realize that this is not a good guy. And we're at a point where Batman really is not a good guy when we see him. He's angry. He's probably not thinking as logically as he used to. He's older. He's seen some, like I said before, he's seen some shit. So Batman is he's sort of a loose cannon at this time, but as we see, he sort of comes back to it. He sort of snaps out of it when he realizes that he's beating the crap out of Superman without really understanding Superman and what is happening there. And it takes the mother link, which a lot of people also have issues with, and I agree it's a little cheesy, it's a little too on the nose, but what else is gonna stop Batman from killing him? What else? I mean, you could come up with a ton of things, but I think you get to the parents, especially the mother, and that's an easy way to stop this creature in his tracks, this angry thing, just hearing the thing that caused him to be Batman, the death of his parents, his mom. That'll snap him out of it. So it was cheesy the way they did it, but it's understandable. So this video is not about just defending the movie against what people thought was wrong about it. I love the way I love the motivations of the characters. I love how cerebral the movie was. Dialogue wasn't great. That's the problem a lot of people had. I'm not going to say it was, but I think a lot of that movie was the things that were unsaid. A movie doesn't have to be entirely dialogue to push a plot along. You have to understand these characters. You have to think a little bit more into it than what you're given. You have to understand why these characters are angry or why they're committing these crimes or doing these things without them blatantly saying it. I think movies like that where they just, keep telling you why they're doing things, that takes me out of a movie personally. It's like leading the audience to believe whatever the writers wanted to believe. It's pandering. I think it makes an audience seem like not smart enough to connect the dots themselves. And I'm worrying that with this movie, a lot of people were not able to connect the dots themselves, or didn't get, or missed some things. Maybe it moved too fast for them. That was another argument I heard. But I thought, if you're paying attention and you're listening to what is being said, you'll definitely get it. There's nothing that they left out that didn't have anything to do with something that happened later. So I think a lot of the hatred from this movie comes from not really understanding it, and maybe people expect more. They're expected there to be more in terms of dialogue and sort of understanding the characters' motivations, but there's plenty to go off of already. You're in the midst of a crisis. You have Superman who's being berated left and right. He's going through this cycle. The whole thing. He is a human being. He grew up on Earth. He deals with the same emotions as everyone else. If everybody was harassing you and telling you how terrible of a person you are, while you think in your heart and your mind that you're actually trying to do good, and people are telling you you're not, you're terrible, you should be stopped, you should be killed, it's going to affect you, and you're going to be a little shut down. You're going to be angry as well. You're dealing with two very angry people in this movie for different reasons: angry, sad, disappointed, upset. There's so much stress and anger in these characters. There's so much tenseness. I think it's pretty clear that these characters are just angry, and they've dealt with too much, especially since they've been trying to help people for so long, and now people are turning on them. They expect this and that from them, and it gets to you as a human being. That would get to you. I don't know why you expect, these are supposed to be real characters. They're supposed to be humans, and you expect them to be all-knowing and just emotionally strong. But no, they're individuals. They're vulnerable. Batman, Superman, the whole thing is about them being people, men. They are men. They're prone to the same weaknesses as everybody else. They might be big and mighty, and they might be smart, and they might have abilities, but at the core, they are people. And that was the whole thing about this movie, is that no matter what you are, especially on this planet, you will be a person at the end of the day. There's a core that is relatable to everybody. Everybody has these emotions. They get angry, they get sad, they get remorseful. That's the motivations of these characters. Bruce Wayne felt angry because so many people died, and he felt maybe he could have prevented it. And the tipping point was when the guy in the wheelchair sort of blamed him for not being there, not saving them. But that was Lex Luthor's ploy. But that got to him. I don't understand where people are missing the motivation for these characters. It is anger, it is disappointment in themselves and the world around them. I thought this movie did a very good job at that. I feel like people missed that point in lieu of maybe too much action. Maybe it's too fast-paced for them. Maybe they expected more dialogue. Maybe that gives the movie weight to them. So in lieu of making this like a 20-minute video, I'm going to cut it there. I really want to know what you thought, if you agree with me. If you really like the movie, let me know. If you're excited to what it's going to bring. We have Justice League coming up. We have Suicide Squad later this year. I will be making a video about that, so please like and subscribe to get that one. We have Wonder Woman and Justice League Part 1 coming out next year, which I'm super excited for. Gal Gadot is amazing. I did not talk about Wonder Woman enough for this video or at all, but I really love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I love that she got to keep her accent. That's really cool. I'm glad they didn't make her change it to sound more sort of Americanized or American dialect. I think they did a good job there. But maybe I'll do another video if you guys respond to this one and you leave a lot of good questions and a lot of good points. Maybe I'll agree with you, and I'll fire back with my responses if I don't. So if you did like this video and if you have something to say, please subscribe and comment, and we'll talk about this more soon. I just really wanted to make this video because I really love this movie, and I think a lot of people are missing it. And I think it was a really good movie, and it did a lot of things right, and people are just sort of focusing on what they think it did wrong. But I think people were looking for something else in this movie, and they didn't quite get it, and that sort of upset them. But I think this movie is good, and it sets up a lot of really interesting and fun things, which I will talk about in another video, because I think the future of the DC Cinematic Universe is going to be incredible. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you tomorrow because it is Veda, and I'm doing a video every day this month, so see you tomorrow. Subscribe. I know you want to, just click the subscribe button, please. It's right there. Really easy, and you're subscribed, and you get all the videos. And then you could suggest videos that you want to see, and we could have arguments or what have you. Alright guys, I shall see you tomorrow then.